Your signal, by the way, is a little under S9, which is pretty damn good.
This is the Viking Johnson Ranger that was a vintage rig built in the 1950s and early 60s. It was one of the classic rigs that AMers love to use today. I'm going to tune it up on 40 meters. I've set it up for 7.2. The first thing we do is we peak the grid current. This is set up for grid, and we peak it up at, we want to run 2.5 mils, and we're a little bit high, so we bring the drive down a little bit. And the next thing we're going to do is put it in the phone position, and put this in the plate position, and we're going to dip the final. There we go, and we want to get up to about 130 mils. So we will increase the coupling a little bit and redip the final, and increase the coupling a little more and dip the final, and this gives us an output of about 50 watts, and that is on 40 meters. We'll put it in the tune position once again, and we will try another band. We'll try 20 meters, and there we are on 20 meters. Put it up on 14.3. We'll try 14.2, and put it in the tune position, and we'll see how much grid current we have. There we go. We adjust the buffer. We have about 2.5 mils of grid current. I will change the antenna so that we have a 20-meter antenna up, and now we will put it in the phone position and dip the final. Okay, and we have about 45 watts of output power in that position. Next, I'll put this back in the tune position, and we will put it up on 15 meters. We'll go to 21.2, 15 meters, 21.2, and we'll put it in the, we'll put this in the grid, and increase the grid current there to a little over 2.5 mils. Bring it down, and I'm going to bring the coupling down quite a bit back, and put this in the plate position, put this in phone, and we need to dip that. There we go. Putting it in resonance, and we'll increase the coupling and bring it down again, and increase the coupling a lot. We'll do a lot more. There we are. And that's giving us about 45 watts of output power, and that's 15 meters. We'll put it back in the tune position. We'll see if we'll try 10 meters, and there we are. We'll put this in the grid position and adjust the drive. There we are, and increase it up. There we go, up to about 2.5 mils, and put this in the phone position, and we need to dip the final. There we go, and increase the coupling and dip the final, and we'll increase the coupling a little more and dip the final, and there we are, and that's giving us about 30 watts of output power. We'll try put this back in the tune position. We'll go all the way down to 160 meters, and let's bring this all the way down. Okay, 160 meters. We'll put this in the grid position and peak that up and bring back the drive to 2.5 mils. We'll set the frequency up to 1.9, about the middle of the band. We're a little high on the drive, so let's bring that back. Adjust that up. We'll peak that up a little more. We're still high on the drive. And now what we will do is put this in the phone position, put this in the plate position, and dip the final. And we're just about out of coupling here, and we have about 35 watts of output power. It could have to do with the type of antenna that I'm using, but we're maxed out here pretty much on the coupling, and that's about it. I did change the antenna on 160 meters, and we'll see how we dip over here. And our power output is about almost 40 watts on phone. Trying out a Johnson Ranger and wondering how it sounds using a G5RV that is not up too high, and I'm also receiving you on a Hallicrafters S76. So I wonder how I am doing in over there. I'm not speaking as clearly as I ought to today. So how am I doing? How's the audio coming in over there? W1 VTP back to you, and anybody else who could copy me. Here is K1 OIK.
Yeah, your audio, your modulation level is probably around 40–50%. So if you can crank it up a little more, it would help. Because band conditions aren't conducive for a range of current transmitter and daytime and absorption and all that. But anyway, what I heard sounded reasonably okay. So how's that? Can you turn up the audio a little bit more, Bert?
Okay, whoops, I must have turned the audio up quite a bit because I got a lot of feedback on the receiver. So the audio was up, and you tell me if that made any difference. I have a scope, but I guess I didn't adjust it correctly, and so let me know if that's any better. Back to your signal is great, and your quality is quite good. W1 VTP, here is K1 OIK.
Yeah, okay, Bert. Well, I got most of that. You got such here 60 degrees, and you're down Sandwich on the Cape. And that's better. Well, you have the audio now. It's at least, what's happening, everybody's doing these slow fades. And when you fade, you just fade right into the noise, and the sync detector lets go, and then you come back up, and it has to pull in, and all that sort of thing. So good to have you on frequency, and we just wish you were a little bit stronger. So, but this is daytime conditions, and you're running I don't know, about 40–50 watts of input, maybe no output, maybe. Yeah, it could be 40–50 watts. Ranger. I got Geico 720 here that I should put on the air. That's about the same power class.
Yeah, W1 VTP, K1 OIK. And I originally came back to you, I was using a high tower vertical, and I flipped over to the G5RV because you came in a lot better on the G5RV. And so I figured maybe I would be getting out a lot better on the G5RV. So where are you located, Al? W1 VTP in the group, and I hope somebody else is copying me. Here is K1 OIK.
That's Bert.
Oh, hi, Bert. Let me see if I'd worked you before. Let's see. I got you down there in Sandwich. Let me check the logbook. Your signal's in there. My name is Brent. Let me see. Check the log here. OIK. Yes, we have. And I'll have to check the previous on you, but it's been a while, no doubt. Let's see, previous QSO back in June '09. in March of '08 on 160. So it's been quite a while. Anyway, good to work you again there, Bert. Throw up the Bert, come in.
Oh, okay, whoops. Okay, I didn't realize you were turning it over to me. So I am copying everybody. So since Brent heard me, oh, and I do videos. I did the Nearfest. I do a lot of the Nearfest videos, and the last Nearfest was pretty good. Bought a lot of good gear up there, vintage gear that I like to fix up and sell. I got a number of Heathkit VF1s. You know, the one thing about the Heathkit VF1, you can toss it in the ocean and it won't sink because they drift so well. So I'll turn it over to Brent and give me your call. I don't have your call, Brent. So back over to you, Brent, from K1OIK.
Yeah, no problem, Bert. Yeah, the call's Whiskey 1 Italy America, W1IA, W1IC antenna, or whatever. Yeah, okay, on your microphone is doing what it always does. Hanging up on me. But, yeah, there's not too many Brents in the world. Pretty rare name, actually. But that's cool. Yeah. There was, your signal, by the way, is a little under S9, which is pretty damn good. I'm on a homemade open wire antenna using homemade 4-inch spreaders and pretty heavy duty thing that's up about 70 feet into a homemade monster link coupled tuner. So that's taken all the snot from the 24 FET Class E transmitter. The old standby, it always works. So I guess it goes to Tron if he's back. If not, well, whoever wants to pick it up. But certainly good to hear you on the air, Bert. The old Ranger sounds fine. Just run what you brung is what I say. I don't care what people do. AM is just a blast.